I know I'm wearing a beanie in like every single video, and I was going to wear my hair down today, but like it's still in like the most awkward stage of growing out. So like I tried wearing it down, it looked like shit. I tried doing half up, hat down, kind of looked like shit. I like did like low buns in the beanie, looked like shit. So I've tied it up, I put the beanie on. We're just gonna forget that I have hair today, cause nothing I do with it looks okay. So you know what? I'm just gonna look like Caillou for a minute and just look bald. It's there, I have hair, but like you're not gonna see it because it's a mess and I hate it and I need to get it fixed, but I can't get it fixed until it grows out longer. So I'm 1 month on T. Did I mention that? If you just care about the changes and hearing what has happened to me in the past month, down below on the scrub bar you will see that this video is sectioned off into chapters, because I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant about this channel and my life for a bit. So if you don't care about that and you just want to hear the changes, you can skip below to that down here. And speaking of skipping below to that down here, I have also sectioned off all of the not safe for work changes into their own section at the end of the video. I don't know where my hand should be to section to the end of the video, so that is if you don't want to hear about the not safe for work changes. Like for example, if you're my mother who watches these on the living room television, you can click away and not have to hear about that. So if you are my mom who watches all of my videos on the living room TV, click away before I start talking about sex things, okay? Please, I'm begging you. And just anyone who knows me in real life, you can just click away for that. But yeah, all of the not safe for work stuff is at the end of the video. You can skip the changes, whatever. Fun fact, my voice is not sounding like this because of testosterone. I'm sick. I'm really ill. It's not COVID. I've had like 5 or 6 negative tests in like the past week. It's definitely not COVID. I'm fully vaxxed. I'm boosted. Get your booster if you can, or get vaccinated if you can. Just stop the spread. It's not COVID, but it's just like a bad cold. It was really bad last week. I was very sick on Christmas, but it's not gotten better. But I was gonna wait to make this video until my cold had fully cleared up, just because like your voice is one of the important updates to give, and I was like, well, my voice is kind of skewed. But the channel's almost at 1,000 subscribers and there's like 3 days left of 2021, so I was like, maybe if I get this video out sooner, that can push me to 1,000 subscribers before 2021. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe so that I can hit 1,000 subscribers before. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sick. I'm recording this anyway. My voice is better than it was. That's just because my throat isn't hurting as much. I'm still very congested. I sniffed a whole thing of Vapor Rub right before this trying to clear it out, but I am still very congested. But yeah, if you were like watching this being like, wow, your voice dropped already, it hasn't. It didn't drop. It's that I'm sick. Maybe after the illness my voice will still be deep. I don't know, but this has nothing to do with testosterone. So yeah, I'm sick. What else? I had something else to mention. Oh, that's right. We have a Theo's Ghost Discord server now. It is linked in the description. It is a wonderful server where you can come and hang out and be gay. It's a cool server, you should come. It's called Theo's Graveyard, and we have a fun little community, and you should join. Link in the description. Yay! Okay, that's all I had to mention. Alright. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's do the testosterone now. So, first, we're going to do the voice comparison. I don't know how accurate this will be since this is not my normal voice. This is my congested voice, but roll the voice comparison. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice pre-T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 1 month on T. Yeah, that was a great voice comparison. If it's changed, it's because of phlegm, not the testosterone, but yeah. Alright, but now let's actually talk about the changes that have actually happened to me. So, I've been writing everything down in chronological order as I notice it, so I just have a list of things that have happened. So yeah, all of these are going to be in chronological order of when I've noticed them, except for the not safe for work changes. Those will be at the end, so that's stuff like bottom growth. You know. But yeah, let's get to it. So, oh, I should talk about my dosage real quick. I am on testosterone gel 2%. Focus on this. Ding. Testosterone gel 2%. I take 3 pumps a day, which is 30 milligrams of testosterone every single day. I think that's a fairly standard dose. I think for gel it's within the 20 to 50 range, depending on where you are. So I think that is a bit on the lower side, but I'm a skinny dude, so that makes sense. So yeah, 30 milligrams a day. I'm not having my blood test until 3 months, so I won't know like if I need to change dosages until then. So yeah, anyway, 3 30 milligrams seems to be working for me. I'm getting changes that I like. I mean, I think they're going at a normal rate. I don't know. Everyone's body is different, but yeah. Now let's actually talk about the changes. So the first change I noticed the day I started testosterone, and that was I took it in the morning, and that night when I went to work out, I was way less tired during my workout. Who knew that taking steroids would make you better at working out? And usually between sets, I would be like exhausted, heaving, like I didn't even push myself that hard. I was just very easily fatigued. And once I started testosterone, that has not really happened. I've been recovering a lot quicker during sets, less of that a lot. Yeah, usually I would have to wait like a minute or two between sets if I wanted the next set to be as good as the last. Now I'm waiting like 30 seconds. Well, I'm not actively working out now because I'm sick, but when I was working out earlier in the month, yeah, I was recovering a lot quicker during my workouts. I wouldn't say that I had gotten stronger. I think I was a little bit better at push-ups, but I didn't notice any strength increase, but I did notice just like an increase in what I was able to do. Like how many reps, how many sets, but not really an increase in like the weight. The next one has been really beneficial, but unfortunately also stopped since I've been sick, and that is I was falling asleep a lot quicker. This one I noticed on night one, but I didn't want to be like, nah, that was testosterone working, but it happened every night, and that is like I just fall asleep so much quicker. I have taken more naps this month than I think I have in like the whole of the year. I can just fall asleep so much quicker now, and it's very nice. And when I fall asleep, I stay asleep. I tend to not, I used to be one of those people who would like wake up during the night. I don't do that anymore. I wake up once it's morning. The next one is oilier hair, which I did not know happened. I maybe this is just a me problem and testosterone nothing to do, I don't know. I heard oilier skin. Testosterone will give you oilier skin, not oilier hair. All of the grease that was meant to give me spots just went to my scalp. So yeah, I've had really greasy hair, which is maybe part of the reason why I don't like my hair, like how it looks, because it's just greasy all the time. Like I have to wash my hair way more often. The next one is longer collarbones, which I don't know if this is because in a decrease of fat or an increase of muscle. I have no idea, but like the Thursday, I started testosterone on a Friday. The Thursday, I could only feel like my collarbones like right here. Now I can feel my collarbones like all the way up to here, like the whole collarbone. And like I noticed that on like the Sunday after I started T. So really quickly, just like way more collarbone feelage. I don't know why that happened. The next thing is increased appetite, but not really that much. I eat breakfast now, like I wake up and I'm hungry for breakfast, but I have not really noticed anything besides that. So I don't know if it's because I'm getting better sleep that I wake up and I'm hungry for breakfast, but I've not noticed any significant hunger other than in the morning I'm hungrier, but that's about it. Next one is firmer muscles, not necessarily bigger muscles, just more firm. I feel hard. And like I noticed this in the shower and I was like washing myself and I was like, oh, that's hard. That's pretty hard. That's pretty firm. So yeah, my muscles, I wouldn't say have gotten bigger in the first month, but they have gotten like harder. The next thing is, this is around like a week, 2 weeks, is just I felt more confident in like, I don't know, like talking to people, not like talking to people, but like calling people out sort of. And also just like getting more annoyed, like things that usually would just make me sad now make me annoyed. Like, I don't know. It's like I feel more like I value myself more, so like I have no problem just like saying no. Like if someone's like, hey, you want to come out? I'll be like, no, I don't want to. Whereas like before I'd be like, I don't feel well. I don't think I can. Oh, I have to, like I'd make an excuse and I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that. And also like, yeah, I just, jokes that usually, like if someone would make a joke and I didn't think it was funny, I just thought it was mean, I would laugh anyway. And now I'll just sit there and be like, that wasn't funny. I didn't think you were funny. Ha, you were mean. And that I didn't do before. I just have more confidence in just like, I don't know, valuing myself sort of, but also just like getting annoyed more. I'm much more annoyed with people. So like before, if something like bad would happen, I'd be like, oh, that's sad. And now I'd be like, oh, that's annoying. So yeah, it's not really an increase in anger, just like a difference in how I react to negative things, if that makes sense. The next one is I have less fat on my hips, which I didn't think would happen that fast. I don't think it's redistributed. I just think I'm just losing it. But I haven't noticed this with my skinny jeans, but with like my like normal baggy jeans, before I never had to wear a belt with them. I could just put them on and they would stay up. I have to go out with a belt with them. If I'm going to go out in those jeans, they need a belt. So I definitely do think my hips have lost some fat on them. I don't know where the fat's going. No clue where it went, but because my stomach is still relatively flat. I'm just so skinny. I'm so skinny, but yeah, my hips, I don't know where it's going, but it's going. Next one is my face got fat, so maybe that answers the question on where the fat from my hips went. I don't know if that's my face is getting fatter or I have a fat face and it's getting wider, which makes it look fatter. I'll put up a picture here, but like, you can definitely see my face is starting to get wider. I think it was even wider at 2 weeks than it is now. But my face is definitely changing. It is definitely a bit wider. This isn't the best lighting. I take my comparison pictures with good lighting, but I'm holding off on taking like my nice comparison pictures with this camera until 6 months. I have my pre-T ones already taken. But yeah, my face is definitely getting a little bit wider. And it's looking a little fatter because I already have chubby cheeks. I thought testosterone was either gonna fix my baby face problem or leave it. I didn't know it was gonna get worse, and it's getting worse, and I don't know how to feel about it. Cause like, hot take, I'd rather look feminine than ugly. I'm just saying, so like.
I am not saying that fat faces are ugly. I am personally a fat face enjoyer. I love bears. Bears hit me up. Mwah. But my problem is with me having a chubby face is I'm not a chubby person. So I kind of just look like Gumball Watterson with like giant head, tiny body. That's my problem. I didn't articulate it that well, but my problem is my face is fat, but the rest of me isn't. So it's like I got a big face and a twig for the rest of me. So yeah. Yeah, if you have a fat face, you're beautiful. And if you're trans, you're extra beautiful. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
We'll see what my face is gonna do, but I'm not loving the direction it's going in. The next one is my calves are bigger. I know that I said that I haven't noticed any of my other muscles getting bigger, but I have noticed my calves. I noticed this because I was getting a tattoo on my calf. And most of the time in the winter, I'm not like looking directly at my calves because I'm wearing like pants most of the time. But like I like lifted up my pants to like get the tattoo and I was like, my calf's a lot bigger than I thought it was. So yeah, I haven't noticed any other muscles getting bigger, but my calves are definitely bigger. The next one is I think my eyebrows are a bit thicker, just slightly, just not a lot. Because they weren't very thick in the first place, but I do think they're a little bit thicker now than they were. The next thing, this was happening before I got sick, but my voice, I didn't feel it deepen, but I felt it vibrate more whenever I talked. And I think that's because, like, for some reason, I'm now more subconsciously talking from my chest voice than I am my head voice, which is weird because usually testosterone for trans people won't do that. It's more of a cis puberty thing. So, okay, fun fact, we're gonna do some voice lesson right now. So you have your head voice, which is typically what assigned female at birth people talk in, like, or when you're on an estrogen-based system, you talk from your head voice. That is what like trans women do to like train their voices, is they learn to talk from their head voice, not their chest voice. And so usually what happens with a trans masked puberty through testosterone is that you're so used to talking in your head voice your whole life, you don't learn to talk from your chest voice, and that's where you get like the trans guy voice from, which is like a lot of trans guys have like a vocal fry or something because they talk from their head voice and not their chest voice. Whereas less cis men have this, some cis men have this, but less cis men have it is because their puberty takes longer. They can subconsciously learn to start talking from their chest voice rather than their head voice. Not all cis men do this, that's why some cis men have like that like vocal fry thing. Usually because your voice drops over a longer period of time when you're going through a cis testosterone puberty, you'll learn to talk from your chest voice, and trans men, because puberty happens way faster with their testosterone, don't. So that's interesting that I'm starting to talk from my chest voice, at least when I'm not sick, but that I was starting to talk from my chest voice without thinking about it. Because obviously if I thought about it, I could talk from my chest voice, just that was a lot of work, so I didn't do it. But it is interesting that I just started to like subconsciously talk from my chest voice, which I didn't know could happen. I thought that if I wanted to talk from my chest voice, I would have to like actually train to talk from my chest voice, similar to how like trans femme people train to talk with their head voice. It just happened. It just started happening. But obviously now I'm sick. So my voice is all screwed up because there's just a bunch of phlegm inside of me. The next thing is my hair has started falling out. Not significantly, just, you know, whenever I brush my hair, a couple more strands than usual will come out, you know, in the shower washing my hair. Oh, that's more hair than would usually fall out. So yeah, I do think it is thinning slightly, which I'm not that mad about because I do have really thick hair. But if it starts receding, we're gonna have some strong words with my body. Next thing is my minoxidil beard. So I wasn't gonna include facial hair in this video because I do use minoxidil. But okay, basically I was using minoxidil on a pretty consistent basis from January to June, and I grew a decent peach fuzzish beard, but then I went to America and I couldn't take my minoxidil with me, so I went off of it. And I've been off of it, but I was like, okay, well now that I'm rubbing a gel into myself every day, I might as well also do my minoxidil every day. And the amount of beard growth that I got in 6 months when I was pre-T has happened to me in the past month with T. So I'll put some pictures here. All of that I've grown just within 1 month using minoxidil and testosterone gel, and that is what I was able to grow from January to June pre-T. I'm like, well, what happens now? Because like this is the most amount of facial hair that I've ever had, and like it's still going. So like I've never gotten to this point before. This is where I like stopped using minoxidil and the hairs fell out. Fun fact, if you stop using minoxidil, your hairs fall out. I knew that testosterone might affect my minoxidil, but like I didn't know that it would speed it up like it has. I'm holding out for a mustache. I think the hairs on my mustache are the darkest, so like, come on. I think I will wait until the hair is a bit thicker to dye it. You can't see it now because it's blonde and it needs to be in the exact perfect lighting for you to see it. It's coming in. It is definitely coming in. It's really only noticeable in sunlight, which I live in England and it's winter, so there's not a lot of that, but trust me, it's coming in. The next thing is that I'm more attracted to women, I think. This one was interesting because I thought testosterone made you gayer, but no. I mean, I still very much identify as bisexual. Over the past month, I'm just like, women, you know? Like before, like I was bisexual, but in my head, I was like, I'd only date guys. Now I'm like, maybe I'm rethinking that preference of mine. Women, there's something, you know? But I'm still very much T for T, so. But hey, trans girls, you now have a chance, so that was, ugh. And then I haven't noticed any body hair significant growth on anywhere else except for my back. And I'm not gonna like call it back hair. It's more like back fuzz. Like there's just peach fuzz all over my back. Like not all over, but like on my back. There's peach fuzz on my back. Like I haven't noticed any body hair growth anywhere else except for my face because I'm using minoxidil, and there's just fuzz on my back, which is weird. Okay, like everyone was telling me like you're gonna get ass hair. No, I'm gonna get back peach fuzz apparently. So yeah, those are all of the changes that are safe for work to talk about. So I'm gonna talk about bottom growth very soon. So if you're my mom watching this on the TV, click away, pick up the fire stick, press that back button, go watch your Stephen Colbert, get out of the video. All right, let's talk about bottom growth. So I felt sore on like day 3 or 4. Oh, that rhymed. Okay. I don't want to say this as if it's a normal thing and like it turns out it's not a normal thing, but I am also gonna operate under the assumption that it is a normal thing. You know how like when you're menstruating, sometimes externally you get sore because it's like pushing out so much? I'm gonna assume that that is a universal experience. It felt like that, but like higher up. Like it didn't feel like burny or tingly like some people report. Like it just felt sore. And at first I was like, is that even bottom growth? Like, is that bottom growth? Yep, it was. I have not noticed it being like overly sensitive. Like I can still very much wear my tight boxers, all of that. Like it's not like been like this like super sensitive thing that people describe. So maybe that'll change. I don't know how big it is because I have not looked because I'm very dysphoric, but trust me, it is there. It is there. It's there. And then also, my sex drive has increased. I had a very low sex drive to begin with. Like, I'm talking like once a month. I would be like, all right, it's time. Like, it was not very high, so I guess it's kind of at a normal level now. Let me tell you, bottom growth? Oh, that hits different. It hits so different. It's, whoa, I was not prepared. Like, I was like, you know what? I got new bottom growth. I need to go to horny jail. Let's take it for a whirl. Holy shit. What? Why did no one tell me that? Whoa, it was a lot. It was an experience. I was just like, oh. I'm trying not to say much because I really want to get monetized. So, yeah, but wow. 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 I would say maybe instead of once a month, it's like a couple times a week, sometimes multiple times a day. But yeah, it's nothing too crazy. I'm not at like the super horny jail yet, but I guess that's just because I had a very low sex drive to begin with, so obviously it's just gonna be at like a normal person's level. Anyways, those are all of the changes I've had 1 month on T. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe, join the Discord if you want, and yeah, I will be continuing to update you on all of the changes, oh god, I'm having from testosterone, so yeah, you should subscribe so that you can keep up with my journey and my testosterone-ness.